You will all know that he had to cut his working visit to the UK short because there were urgent issues that required the attention of the leadership of the African National Congress. You will also know that the ANC leadership, led by the Secretary General, was here on Wednesday to meet with the Provincial Executive Committee, to meet with the caucus and all of that, in order to try and understand what is at the core of the challenges that have affected service delivery in various communities throughout the province. The president of the ANC, who is also the president of the Republic, is now meeting with structures of the ANC. He is here with the deputy president of the ANC, the secretary general, the DSG deployees to the province of the Northwest, and the members of the NWC. You can see I'm also here with Comrade Zizi, who is also the head of the presidency. Structures have begun raising their own issues. The alliance partners, the leagues, Sanko, COSATU, the South African Communist Party are all here, including the Veterans League. An invitation has also been extended to former leaders of the ANC in the province, notably Comrade China Dodovu, the former deputy chairperson, and Comrade Nono Maloi, who is the former chairperson of the province, to make sure that in trying to find a solution to the problems that are currently obtaining on the ground, you involve as many people as possible, so that they are also part of they are also part of contributing to those resolutions. Of course, the ANC does not promote, while the ANC acknowledges the problems that are obtaining on the ground, it will never in any way promote the destruction of public property. It is important that how people do their business or conduct their own activities, they do it in a manner that is lawful, doesn't undermine the peace of others and all of that. That's why Minister of Police, Comrade Becky Cele, who is also a member of the National Executive Committee, is also here. What the ANC will also be doing is that with great speed, we will move on Monday. The leadership will give this report to the National Working Committee to make sure that we could all begin working towards finding a solution on the matter. Within a short space of time, the leadership of the ANC, led by the president, will be coming back to the Northwest to meet with communities in various villages and towns all over the province of the Northwest, to make sure that whatever decision that is arrived at, it is in the best interest of the people of this province. So you can see that, consistent with the spirit of renewal that has been pronounced by this leadership post Nasrec, we are quite serious about making sure that we listen to the concerns of the people, we find solutions to their own concerns and grievances, working together with them. In whatever we're going to be doing here, it is going to be the people and the people who come first. I'm sure this begins to give you clarity on the sort of work that is already happening. We can assure the people of the Northwest that we're doing everything in our power to make sure that there is calm all over villages and towns, and that they must allow us to resolve this in their best interest. I'm sure that I've covered and clarified why we are here, so that the South African public, through yourselves, could at least be informed of why the ANC is in the Northwest province. We can allow you to ask one or two questions. So, we'll be going back.
Do you have a lasting resolution, as you said, that you coming to that? Any hint that you can give us so far?
What is your question?
Do you have any lasting resolution to uprising?
Well, we are in a meeting. If we had a resolution, we're not going to be calling you here. We are calling you here to confirm that the president of the ANC is here. We are also calling you here to also confirm to yourselves a commitment on our part to work towards finding a solution to the problems that are obtaining in the Northwest. This we will do in the interest of the people.
Are you discussing...
Wait, there is order here. They know those who come to Lituli House press conferences.
Clement Manyatela from Eyewitness News. You've mentioned that ANC leaders will come back and meet with communities to make sure that whatever decision is arrived at is a decision that is in the best interest of the country. Does that suggest that no final decision will be taken today, because you're saying they must come back and meet with communities to continue engagement?
Well, Clement, you will know yourself that before the ANC arrives at decision, there must have been a process of consultation. You have been covering politics for quite a while. I can't express to you that we can't come to a meeting and immediately make boom. I mean, we have got structures of the ANC that have got to be taken on board on the work that we are doing. The fact that the president has had to cut his trip short in the UK, this shows you the seriousness through which the ANC is attending to these issues.
So just to confirm, so that I report correctly, no final decision will be taken today.
We are still in a meeting. We are still in a meeting. and it will be, the fate of the meeting will be arrived at when the meeting concludes, and it will be at that point that we'll be coming back. You are here. I'm sure all of you have booked into these nice hotels around Mafikeng. We'll be coming here to make sure that you are given updates.
Yeah, lastly from my side, can you just give us the mood inside?
Well,
We're in a meeting.
it looks like the solution today we won't get a solution at all, and this meeting is an ongoing meeting. And as you heard, that they're still discussing. They'll still come back to us. This briefing here was about that the leadership is here. The leadership of the ANC is here, and they're locked in the meeting. But this already informs us that the meeting will take place for quite some time, and they've confirmed that solution will work out, but they'll take some time, and we may not even find the solution today. We may not hear the results today. Perhaps this leads us to think that the Premier of Northwest, who has been asked by the public, large public members, to step down, perhaps he's not going to step down today. So we're still waiting.
You wanted to raise your issues? Yes, ma'am?
Lapangalamu from SABC. There are a group of protesters outside there, and they say they're not going to leave until the president has addressed them. Your take on that?
Our take on that is that we are doing everything else possible within our powers to make sure that we can deal with the concerns that people are raising. Like I've said, that we'll also be coming back here to make sure that through a structured format, we'll be talking to people, even those that are not necessarily found in ANC structures. We'll be talking to communities in ways that they've organized themselves. It is important that communities are organized in whatever formations that they elect, so that it is easier to engage with them and facilitate resolutions working together with them.
Comrade Mabe, Karabula CNBC Africa, there's reports that some of the people who are striking here are dead set on the president giving them a resolution and attending to them. And that they're threatening that they're going to take to the streets again should he not address to those resolutions. How is the ANC responding to that?
It is important that you yourself, people who run mass mediums, these important platforms that disseminate information to our people, you also go and reassure our people that in this meeting, where the president of the ANC is present together with the leadership of the movement, we are all working towards making sure that there is a greater understanding on the issues that are obtaining and ultimately find a solution, and one that will be able to move the people of Bugoni Bupirima further forward.
Last one from me. Has there been any concern in that meeting around the inclusion of former leaders like Colin Maine and Dodo, particularly because they are seen as not being objective? They've been quite critical of the Premier of the Northwest.
Clement, I can tell you that everyone else has been welcomed, so that you can work with everybody to make sure that you ultimately find a solution. You will know that the trajectory of renewal pronounced by the ANC after the 54th National Congress is one that sought to rebuild structures of the ANC, bringing everyone on board. Everyone must feel that they belong to the African National Congress.
Thank you very much, guys.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there's not decision so far. It is not decision, and perhaps the Supra, who was supposed to step down today. The expectations of people that Supra should step down, and it looks like a Supra is not stepping down today. So we haven't gotten enough substance from this briefing, and this is the second briefing that we've been having. The media has been. We were outside. They brought us here the first time. We thought we were gonna get the solution. To understand that the issues that are taking place outside are going to be addressed. But so far, this is the second media briefing that has taken place. We were outside. They brought us back here inside where the meeting is taking place, and this is actually the meeting is taking place over there in that building. I think somewhere here. We're just not sure whether it's that building or is this building or it's the other building on the other side. But this is where the President of the Republic of South Africa and the Premier of again. All right. So the members of the media now they must go back, but to tell you this is where the meeting is taking place, and this is where the President of South Africa and the Premier Supra, who has been asked by the members of the public to step down, with some of the members from the ANC, and this is where this meeting is taking place. This is a very important meeting here in South Africa right now. That's where everything is taking place right now. So we had a second briefing, media briefing, and there's not much that has come out of it. Thank you.